A unique kind of fountain and some classy home decor in this Summoner Showcase. Hello again, and we've got the latest and greatest in League of Legends fan creations. And of course, with the show coming out every 2 weeks now, we even have some special content to show you as well. Let's get right into the submissions with the surprisingly charming Helloween. Speaking of surprises, wait, let me pull a rabbit out of my hat. No, that's a Teemo bunny. LeBlanc displays her magical skill with a spray of toxic Easter eggs, but she seems pleased with it nonetheless. For a more relaxing piece, Annie and Tibbers are here lounging after a day of wrapping presents, I guess? There's a lot of gifts around them. Speaking of gifts, if you couldn't attend PAX East, then this will be a treat. One of our star cosplayers is the Clockwork Girl. Pictures do so little justice. This Orianna costume was breathtaking. Literally, it was very hot inside that outfit, and Britthebadger is quite a trooper. She mastered everything from the motions, the levitating ball, and even a built-in speaker to recite Orianna's voice. If you saw it before, it's well worth seeing again. What an amazing job. So here's an unexpected entry that requires a garden hose. Josh used his time in ceramics class to make a Baron Nashor fountain, and the genius of the idea is matched by the execution. Looking at it, it must be about 2 feet tall, and everything from the proportions of the characters to the paint and glaze is just jaw-dropping. I hope you got an A in the class, or we'll give you our own special report card. Since we're on a crafty kick, Admiral Nahtanoj shows us how it's done with this gentlemanly glass entry. But who better to feature in this classy and glassy entry than Cho'Gath? Made of metal and melted colored glass, I am now fascinated with learning how to make these because it seems like an awesome weekend hobby. Also because having a whole row of these shaped like health pots or maybe sapphire crystals would just be the greatest thing. Here's another hands-on entry from Moonstonerarity with a precious little Yordle statuette. Looking demure in pink and purple tones, this Lulu has a shy smile that hides her tricksy intentions. I think there's a rule that if you're short, you have to make up for it with an excess of mischief. Unless you're Poppy, because then you're just too serious for that. 101 jokes that Poppy doesn't know. What happens when Mundo's cleaver hits Sejuani's boar? Pork chop. If you were thinking, man, I really wish I saw some spiky monsters today, we've got you covered. Pink Chocobo has quite the skills when it comes to faithful recreations of void creatures. Everything from the sculpted angles to the realistic depth in how it's painted. You can even get a glimpse of how it was created, a little wiry frame that really reminds me of a dinosaur, all the way up to the finished product. Word around town says that Tumblr hosts these Q&A sessions called Ask Blogs, and that a bunch of awesome and clever summoners have taken to role-playing out the questions that they get. It's not rare for the blogs to ask questions of each other. Volibear and Xerath had decided to be buddies, united in electric lightning prowess. When asked why this sad mummy isn't the best tank, Amumu puts on a costume of his own and has something to say about that. Some blogs are wordier than others, and Rumble has a lot to say about Ziggs joining the league. Or sometimes, words are all you have. Mundo has been sharing some insight into the workings of his laboratory, corporation, and even upcoming TV shows. Annie prefers to draw some of her answers herself, like who she finds easiest to kill. Other times, she'll pose for a photo as well. If you look more, you can even find original characters like Rin the Yordle, assistant to Heimerdinger, and fan artist extraordinaire. So if you're looking for cute mini comics or you want to chat with your favorite champion, just check it out. That is all for this show, but we're looking forward to seeing more of the creativity that makes this community amazing. Of course, if you have a talent, there's probably a way that you can apply it to the showcase. Just saying, challenge yourself. You know, now that I think of it, that like button is looking a little neglected. Why don't you give it a little reassuring tap? Maybe tell it a joke. Why did Sivir lose the spelling bee? She can only spell shield. Share your best league jokes with us, and we will see you in 2 weeks.